Hey guys, it's your girl Renee, and this is another episode of Cooking in the Kitchen with Renee. And today we're going to be making those banana nut cookies. Yep, I know in one of my videos where I was telling you about what I was doing in the day of me gardening and what I was doing throughout the day, I put down the recipe down in the description box. But then I was like, I'm sure they would want to see exactly how you put these cookies together. So I said, let me go ahead and we're going to mix up this cookie batter, and then we're going to put it in the refrigerator for overnight because I'm making this video late at night because sometimes you just can't sleep. And when I can't sleep, sometimes I like to bake. So that is why I'm making this video today. But would it be we'll make up the batter together, and then I'll come back, and then we're going to take that batter out of the refrigerator, and we're going to throw them cookies in that oven, and we're going to cook them cookies up. So I'm going to be doubling my batch this time because when I made it the first time, I only did like one batch of them. And child, we tore them cookies up to where they didn't even last a day. So your girl is doubling up, as they say. I'm doubling down on these banana nut cookies. So let me show you everything you're going to need. You're going to need 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, salt. You're going to need 1/4 teaspoon of salt. You're going to need it says 1/4 cup of butter. So we're going to double that recipe. So this is my homemade butter. Remember the butter that I made? And I made those beautiful turkey and those pumpkin shapes in that one little butter mold. Well, I'm using these up because I had extras from Thanksgiving. So, and then you're going to need, then the recipe says you only need one banana. Since we are doubling up, we're going to do 2 bananas. And I don't know about you guys, but I take my bananas and I freeze them, and then I put them in the freezer, and then when I need them, then I just pull them out, and then I just use them when I need them. So that's what I did. So I have 2 bananas right here. Well, I got some fresh bananas over here, so we'll use these bananas. So I got 2 bananas. So we're going to take these bananas right here, and we're going to take 2 of those, and we're going to use those. And then it says you need 1 cup of all-purpose flour, but I put 2 cups in there. And then sugar. Since the bananas are already super sweet, and I don't like to make my cookies like overly sweet, I'm just going to put maybe 3 tablespoons of sugar into the mixture, so then we don't have to worry about being too sweet, because I'm getting to that point where some things don't always have to taste good to be super sugary sweet. So that is what I am going to do today. So first, let's get this butter and the sugar creamed in our mixer. And then I'm going to, let's go ahead and incorporate the baking powder and the salt into our flour mixture. So let me get that rolling now. Okay, so let's get our 1/4 baking soda into our flour mixture. So 1/4. So we're going to do 2 of those because remember, we're doubling our batch. And then we need 1/4 of salt. All right. And then we're going to just mix that so we can get the baking soda and the salt incorporated into our flour. And then the next thing we're going to do is that we are going to cream our butter and our sugar together. And it says your butter has to be softened but not melted. So don't melt your butter, child. So I'm going to move this out of the way. so we can get to the mixture. And you see, I have my recipe right here, rocking and rolling. So let me get my mixture turned on so we can get to creaming this butter and sugar. Okay, so we're going to put our 1/4 cup of butter into our mixer. These are all, I let them stay out so they can get room temperature. And see, this is the one that looked like a turkey. Can I see this one? Remember this one? It looked just like a turkey for Thanksgiving. That's the butter, homemade butter that I made. So we stick that in there, make sure we get all this butter off of this wax paper, because we do not want to miss any of that good homemade butter. All right. So we're just going to put that into the mixer. And you'll see that normally when you cream your butter and sugar together, it doesn't it's not like really a lot of it, because this recipe, all the ingredients are like really small. So here we go. And this is a tablespoon. So like I said, I'm not going to put a lot of sugar. So I'm just going to put like maybe 3 tablespoons of sugar in here, because we're going to have the banana in there. And then what I do, once I mix it all together, then I taste it and see what it tastes like. If I need to add a little bit more, then I add a little bit more. So it's going to be noisy, but it is what it is. Here we go. So we're going to cream it so it's all nice and creamy. And then as it creams, then that's when I'm going to put the banana in. I'm going to add the banana. And I'm just going to put the banana in there. Usually I smash the banana, but this mixer do all that for me. And then I'll keep the banana peels for my compost. And just putting it in there. Looking good, you guys. Smells so good. And then what I'll do is I'll just add the flour mix. I'm just making sure those chunks of banana get mixed in with the sugar and the butter. Looks good. Right, now we're going to put the flour in there, a little bit at a time. Sometimes you get like a flour facial. So I'm going to get this all mixed up, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like. All right, guys, so let me show you what the batter is looking like. Look at that. See? That's what the consistency is like. Let me show you. See? Beautiful. So now this is the point where you add your nuts. forgot to tell you that at the beginning, but I'm using pecan. Some people use walnuts, but I'm not a big lover of walnuts. So this is where I usually use my little mini food processor to chop these nuts, but since it's not a lot of nuts, I can just rough chop them with my knife here. And I like to have a little bit of big chunks of nuts in my banana nut bread. I don't like mine to be so fine to where you can't even see what they are. So we're just going to put those into our mix. All the little crumbs, pieces, all that needs to go into your mixing bowl. So let me mix this up and then I'll come back and show you what that looks like. All right, guys, so this is what the batter looks like with my pecans and everything in there. It looks fantastic. And this is when you can put whatever you want in your banana nut bread. This is where you can be creative with your bread. Me, I just like to stick with the bananas and my nuts. So this is a time where we do the tasting to make sure it tastes right. Remember when we were young, our parents used to give us these little things after we made cakes and stuff. So I'm going to taste it to see if the sweetness factor is there for me. Let's see. Yeah, that's perfect for me because you can taste the bananas and you can also taste the little bit of sugar. You can either use Splenda, you can use whatever type of sugar you want. You can put brown sugar in here, whatever your little heart desires. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this saran wrap and I'm just going to wrap this bowl here that has my banana nut cookie mixture in it. And then I'm just going to sit it in the refrigerator and leave it in there for like an hour. And then we'll come back and we will bake these bad boys up. I'm going to go ahead and when it gets closer to me taking this batter out of the refrigerator, I'm going to go ahead and preheat my oven to 350 so to have time to get preheated and get ready for these delicious banana nut cookies. Woohoo! So now I put the description down in my other video, but you guys have just watched me make this batter with you. So if you want to make these banana nut cookies, now you know how. And it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give your girl a thumbs up. Share me out because in that way, I can get out in the algorithm and people will be able to find me. All right, guys, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I would love for you to join my family. It doesn't cost anything, and I know a lot of you guys are watching and enjoying my content, but you haven't subscribed yet. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I would love, love, love to have you. And so we're going to put this in the refrigerator, let it stay in there for about an hour, and then I'll come back and we will cook up these cookies. Figure I get all the subscribing, thumbs up, hit the notification bell out of the way so we can get down and dirty and make these fabulous butternut banana bread cookies that I know that you guys are just going to love once you have an opportunity to make them and try them. All right. So I'll see you in about an hour. Come back so you'll see how they look when they're coming out of the oven. And we'll do a taste test like we always do. All right, guys. I'll see you in a little bit. Here we go. Woohoo! All right, guys. So let's get these cookies made. So took the cookie batter out of the refrigerator. It's nice and cold. So I already had my ovens preheating on 350. So let's get these cookies in here. Put that amount, and I'm just doing it on an ungreased cookie sheet. And I like them. And I have just the right amount of nuts in there. And you don't have to worry about, forming them unless you want to. And I usually use like a spoon and I form my dough. Because in that way, when they're cold, you don't have to worry about them sticking to your fingers or anything if you use like a spoon. And I love that technique. I just put about half of a teaspoon of the cookie dough. And these are the banana nut cookies. And you're going to put these in the oven for about 10 to 12 minutes. And they're going to get nice and golden brown. And then, like I told you, when you take these cookies out, you're going to think, ooh, these cookies are not cooked all the way. But they'll have like that light, doughy like consistency, just like regular banana bread loaf. Just looks like it's doughy, but once it cools off, then it tastes fantastic. Has that flavor of the bananas and whatever nuts that you put in yours. And like I said, I use pecans because I love pecans. Pecans are my favorite. So now you guys will know how to make these yourself, and hope you enjoy them as much as I do. But you have to be a banana lover because you can put as much bananas in here as you want. Even though I doubled the recipe, when it comes to bananas, child, I like to add a little bit more. So we're gonna go on over to the oven, put these in the oven, and wait 10 to 12 minutes, and then we're gonna take them out. So let's get these bad boys in the oven. All right, let's get them in the oven, you guys. Cookies on the tray, going in the oven. And then I'll see you back in 10 to 12 minutes. Woohoo! And then we can see our first batch of our cookies, baby. Woohoo! And then have our fantastic taste test like we always do. All right, see you in 12 minutes. All right, guys, time is up. So let's get our cookies out of the oven. See my little home pot holder. Woohoo! Well, she said my oven mitt from DT, y'all. Love these things. All right, let's get it out of here. What they look like. Woohoo! All right, let's take it over to our counter. All right, so I have my little container that I'm going to put them in, but they came out really good. They're a little hot, so we'll let them cool off. And then we're going to come back and we're going to put some more cookies on this baking sheet. And then we're going to go for batch number 2. And then I'll make up all the cookies. Well, once these cool off, then we'll have our little taste test. And then, ding, ding, we'll be done with our banana nut cookies. All right, guys, I'll be back when these are cooled off and ready to put the next batch in. And then we'll have our taste test. Here we go. Woohoo! All right, you guys. Let's put our next batch of cookies onto our baking sheet. These are going to be delicious. You see all the pecans and stuff in that dough? You see that? Look at that. All them nice pecans. They just calling my name. Woohoo! Renee, we are in here because you're going to eat us up. Sure will. I love me a good cookie. And that's what it's all about, is making good cookies that your little taste buds are going to enjoy. And Your family will as well. And these with some milk. Ooh, chow. This will be fantastic. Love it. All right, I'm going to stick these in the oven when we get done, and then we'll come back with the taste test. Scoop that cookie up some. Whoop. Oh, drying towel just fell on the floor. That's okay. We'll pick that up later. We're all about these cookies today. Cookies on my brain, and can't wait to get these cookies in my mouth. All right, move this one up a little. Give this cookie some room to grow, because you know once these cookies cool off, or when they're cooking, they'll expand into some beautiful, beautiful cookies. All right, let me pick this towel up, put it on my rack, and let's get this in the oven. All right, and I'll come back. It's taste test time. All right, guys, it's taste test time. Woohoo! All right, I put them in this container to keep them all nice and hot and warm. So let's pick out a good one. This looks like a good one right here. Woohoo! Yeah. And I don't like my cookies like really, really big. So I'm happy, happy, happy. So this is what the cookie looks like. Look on the bottom. Nice and golden brown. Taste test time, you guys. Look at this. You know I've been baking. I have flour and cookie dough all on my brow. All right, here we go. Cheers. You guys taste the first bite. You ready? Bite away. Woo! Tell me what you think. Does it taste like banana bread? Can you taste all the pecans in there? And look how it is easy to break. Look at that. Look at the inside. Don't that look good? All right, let's try. I want this piece because this has a big old piece of pecan. And it has just the right amount of sugar for me. You guys might want yours to be a little sweeter. So like I said, when you do your batter, taste a little bit, and if you need a little bit more sugar, then go ahead and put it in there. I don't like a real sweet cookie, but this one is right up my alley. So with that being said, I hope you guys try this recipe for some butter banana bread. What I always want to say butternut. I must got butternut on my brain. You know why I got it on my brain? Because look at this. Let me show you something. Let me show you something real quick, because this is what I look at every morning when I come into my kitchen. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Are you guys ready? That's why I keep saying butternut, because look at this. This is a butternut that I grew last year in my garden. Look at this bad boy. Look how big it is. And I haven't cut it open yet. I had like maybe 5 or 6 of these growing in the red garden. So I'm telling you, this is the time to grow, get your seeds going, and also to get prepared for this growing season. So this is a butternut, like I said, from last season, and it's still hard. Can you hear it? It's still hard, and it's still ready to eat, because butternut squash, they last a long, long time if you keep it in a cool place. And I've been having mine right here on my countertop because I had every intention of eating it. But you know what? This bad boy will be eaten within the week. All right, so that's a little sidebar, but back to these cookies. Banana bread cookies are something new and something different that I've never ever tried before. And I tried them. I love them. So I wanted to make sure that I brought this recipe to you guys so you'll have the opportunity to try them as well. All right, you guys, go ahead and try them. Let me know what you think of the recipe. Or if you have a recipe for another delicious cookie that you want to share with me so I can come back and try it myself, hey, drop it down in the comments. Just say, Renee, try. Now, I don't like chocolate chip cookies now, but I like any other kind of cookies, but I don't like chocolate chips. But drop it down. Just tell me the name of the cookie and I will get on it and I will try to prepare it to the best of my ability. All right, guys. Love you. And cheers. And I'm going to go and finish eating this cookie and enjoying it. So my tummy will say, good job, Renee. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. Have a blessed day. And Miss Renee will see you in the next video. Now, I'm going to finish this cookie and then I'm going to do my little dancey dance. And then I'm going to head outside and see what's happening in the garden. All right, guys, don't forget, try this cookie. Woohoo!